Hi cuties! Sorry for how I look. I've been at work today. I'm also in excruciating pain because I scraped off all the flesh on the bottom of my toes the other day. So I can't stand long enough to do makeup, so you get this face today, and also you get me feeling extremely ashamed of myself for the amount of books that I purchased in September. And I don't know why I always feel the need to justify myself when I have big book hauls. And I don't want to contribute to the idea that the only way to be a good, reader is to have a massive library and stuff. Not what I'm doing. I just like getting books, and I like having the massive library. That's me. That's my aesthetic thing. You don't have to. If you prefer having just a bunch of, Kindles, or you just have a couple books that you keep around, but you read, from the library or something, that's even better. That's amazing. Good on you. Readers come in all shapes and sizes and all sorts of tastes and stuff, so do as you wish. This is just me and my horrible, unrelenting, and inability to resist books. So yeah. Also, Second and Charles keeps having their inventory reduction sale, and I have 2 Second and Charles near me. So whose fault is it really? Okay. When you have books that you can get for $1. I'm sorry. How am I supposed to not do that? There is a pre-order in this, and of course we have our Owlcrate, which we'll save for the end. Let's just go through some of the books. I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time on them. I do have some that I have very pretty covers that I want to show you guys. I also managed to expand my classics library with my paper mill press bound, wait, it's like it's not cloth, leather bound classics. So I got like 8 of those. Yeah, I have like 8. Woo! So we have Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. I've honestly never known that off the top of my head. In this fun green, very tropical. I don't know if I've ever read the original classic of it, but I've definitely read, like the kids abridged versions. Remember these versions? Do you remember those? I had a bunch of those, and that's how I read books. That's how I read Little Women before and did not realize it was that massive. So I doubt I've read the actual Treasure Island. And going together, we've got Tom Sawyer, Huckleberry Finn, which I definitely read these in high school. I think maybe I only read Huckleberry Finn. I was in the Tom Sawyer musical though, so like same thing, but they're very cute. I kind of wish they matched a little bit better because they're, they're together, but I still like them. I still think they're pretty covers. The classic I've honestly never heard of is The Last of the Mohicans, but I really think this is a pretty cover. I'm a little worried that it's, I think it's very nervous about the portrayal of POC people in classics, so I don't know. I just want a complete set. Maybe I'll read this at some point, but if you know this book, please warn me. I would like to be warned. We also have Alice in Wonderland. I didn't realize how tiny Alice in Wonderland actually is. This is such a tiny baby book. How many pages even are you? Like 100? 94 pages. 94 pages of Alice in Wonderland, but it's super cute with the red and the white. And then we have Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe. I don't think I've ever read Robinson Crusoe, but maybe another classics month will hit me. And then classics I definitely know but have not read. I've got Dracula. Maybe I'll pick up during October depending on how many of my witchy books I get through. But Dracula's a good read for that. I mean, look at this. This is a good cover. Good cover. And my last one is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Again, if I have time, maybe I'll read this in October. But I've never read Frankenstein. I think the only Frankenstein I've seen is Young Frankenstein. That's like straight out of the book though, right? So those are the continuation of my classics. We're gonna put them on my 3rd shelf now. We've added a shelf. Ugh. Mostly because I needed room in my closet so that I could record my audiobook, which if you guys haven't seen, I did a little flash fiction audiobook Wow, this is very difficult to do from this angle. Maybe I'll just leave those like that for now and I'll fix that later. But this shelf used to have like my shoes and stuff in it in my closet, and then I needed the space to record where I could soundproof it, and I draped this very thick blanket over me because I didn't have anything to soundproof my closet, which can't be soundproof actually because there's only one closet door. So I wrapped that around me and then had a light sitting on the bottom where I pointed it upward so I could read my script, and then I did it. So the making of. Let's go through the paperbacks. Let's do that. So continuing the classic theme, this one, I think I read this. I'm fairly certain I've read this before, but that is Grendel by John Gardner. I feel like I read this in school. It looks so familiar to me. I picked it up because it was like, I think I read this before, but I definitely think I want to read it again. Grendel is like the monster in Beowulf. I feel like I read this in like 11th grade. I want to say 11th grade. Mr. Reed's English class. I feel like I definitely read this then. There's kind of another class. We've got Beast of Extraordinary Circumstance by Ruth Emmy Lang. Twice in a Blue Moon by Christina Lauren. This is my first Christina Lauren book. One of the booktubers that I love is Haley in Bookland, and she's like obsessed with Christina Lauren, so I thought I'd give them a shot. We've got The Captive Maiden by Melanie Dickerson, which she has like 11 books in this series, and it was there for $1, so I'm just gonna pick it. I think it's like the 5th or 6th book in the series, but I also think they're all kind of standalone, so it doesn't matter what order you read them in. Not that I'm getting to it anytime soon. Probably. Anyway, we've got Nixia Unleashed by Scott Reintgen. Rain, is the T silent? Is the G silent? I don't know. This is the second book in Nixia, which I own Nixia, but again, $1, sure, why not? Then we have Sleeping Giants by Sylvain Neuvel. I have the second two. I have the second and the third book, and now I have the full trilogy. I can talk. It's been a long day, okay guys? My sister's actually read this trilogy, so I wanted to give it a shot. It looks really cool, and now I have the full trilogy. So there we go. Okay, this book I actually picked up in Telluride when I was with the bees, the Brandies. And if you guys saw that video where we went and explored the setting of my newest book, and we found this little bookshop there. And anytime I go on vacation, I find a bookstore and I buy a book. I actually bought 2 books at this place, but the paperback I got, I was really happy about because I have 2 others in the collection and now I have the full collection, but that is The Storyteller! Have you guys ever seen this? This is one of the least known, like, Jim Henson movies, I feel like, because it's more like a collection of short stories, but they did it as a little TV show, and I love The Storyteller. I used to watch it all of the time. I would get my fake wine, like that carbonated grape juice, and I'd get the crystal glasses from the cabinet that are like, you know, expensive and stuff, and I shouldn't have been touching them, but I would get that and I would pretend I was the storyteller, and I would sit in my dad's big lazy boy chair while he sat in his plush, very elegant library chair and told us these stories, and I would sip it just like him with his brandy glass. And that, yeah, I did that. I'm really happy. Now I have Labyrinth and Dark Crystal and Storyteller, so yay! Did not expect to find that there. Then we have The Beast's Heart by Leif Shallcross, which is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I'm always gonna grab a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I'm sorry, it's one of my favorite stories, so deal with it. One I didn't expect to pick up because I'm not sure I'm gonna like it is Bird Box by, I forget, Josh Malerman. And I haven't seen the movie yet from Netflix. I'm not sure how I feel about it, so I don't know. Again, $1, okay, why not? Anyways, we have Sunshield by Emily B. Martin, and I don't remember anything about this, but $1. The next one is a book that I actually have owned once upon a time and I never got to, and then I had to sell because I was moving out to Japan, but that is Gone by Michael Grant. And I don't know, this is one of the like heyday YA dystopias, I think, and I haven't ever read it. Stephen King blurbs it apparently, so we'll see. I know there's a bunch of these books, so I don't know, but we're just gonna start with the first one and see how we like it eventually. Someone Else's Summer, it's a contemporary, and Rachel Bateman is actually a YouTuber that I follow, so I wanted to see what one of her books is like, or a couple of them, but this one I was able to find at Second and Charles. I was like, hey, I kind of know this person in a weird way, so why not try their books? Another Melanie Dickerson book that I have is The Princess Spy. They're all kind of retellings of fairy tales. I forget which one this is, but I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff, guys. Okay, don't come for me. All right, the next two I'll show you together because they complete a trilogy, which is my Airborne trilogy. So we have, which one's first? Skybreaker and Star Climber by Kenneth Opel. I am so glad that I have matching covers for these because I really like these covers. I think they're really cute and really cool. And I know they're like steampunky ones. Yeah, because there's airships and stuff in it, but like steampunk in space maybe, I'm not sure. Now I can read it. Not that I couldn't read it before, but now I feel better about it. Then we have The Printed Letter Bookshop by Catherine Ree? I don't know. But, I mean, I like bookshop and book-themed books, so I think this is a cute... It's not a rom-com-y one. I think it's more of like a family drama one, which is not usually my thing, but we try it anyway. Then we have None of the Above by I.W. Gregorio. So this actually deals with an intersex character, which I don't think gets written about ever. So I think this is going to be some interesting representation. I hope it's really positive and good representation. So we'll see how this one goes. And the last paperback that I got is Sanditon by Jane Austen. Yay! But it's completed by somebody else. Now, I watched the Sanditon series, and I was not happy with that ending, so I don't know if they've done the same thing with it, because it felt very outside of how Jane Austen does things. So, we'll see, but now I have more Jane Austen! Hardcover time! Sort of. I will also be showing some other ones that are more special, but we have All the Things We Do in the Dark by Sandra Mitchell, and easily could throw this into my October spooky time books. I have completed another trilogy, and that is Infinite by Jodi Meadows. I'm super nervous to go into this series, but I want to trust Jodi Meadows because she's part of the Lady Janies. I'm just nervous based on the cover, really. So, please be good. Continuing another Lady Janie book, but continuing for another Lady Janie's author that I'm kind of nervous about is Cynthia Hand's Hallowed. So I have Unearthly, which is the first book in this trilogy. There's another one, Boundless, I think I want to say. But this is the second one, and it's in hardcover, so they match. And I hope, because I want to read all the Lady Janies, their own separate work. I don't own anything by Brody Ashton yet, though. I need to find something. But Cynthia Hand, I want to trust them all on their own, because collaboratively, they're amazing. Next up, we have Black Girl Unlimited by Echo Brown. So really, this is it says part memoir, part magic. So this should be kind of I don't know if it's going to be magical realism with hard-hitting contemporary aspects to it, but looks really good. I've heard a lot of good hype about it as well, so try that one. We also have Crown of Oblivion by Julie Eschbau. I have a couple Eschbau books. I have not read them yet, but again, this was $3, I think. The hardcovers, I think, were all like $3 to $5. Paperbacks are $1. Oh, inventory reduction sales, you kill me. And we have Not Even Bones by Rebecca Schaefer, which I think this deals with like black market stuff, and some girl's own mother ends up wanting to use her body. So, weird, but creepy. Speaking of creepy books, I couldn't believe I found this for so cheap, because this is a fairly new release, and that is Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. I hope I said that right. But like, this is a super creepy book, but it's written by the same guy who wrote Perks of Being a Wallflower, so like completely different wheelhouse of what it is. So let's see how well we, jump genres. Pretty giant also in comparison to Perks of Being a Wallflower. Creepy book, ready in time for spoopy season. Then we have The Memory Thief by Lauren Mancy. Yep, that's all I know. And a book that I've actually highly anticipated getting. I just haven't found hardcover copies because I really wanted the hardcover of it. But other people have read it. It's pretty popular, I think. And that is The Essex Serpent by Sarah Perry. It's got some deckled edges going on here. But I have the sequel to this. And I didn't know it was a sequel. So now I have the first book. Speaking of sequels, Tears of Frost by, I forget, oh my god, Bree Barton. I knew that. Bree Barton. Sequel to Heart of Thorns, which haven't read yet. Ooh, a fantastical feminist fairy tale. Into it. Another pretty popular, but a middle grade, which is done by Rick Riordan. It's Rick Riordan's new, like, worldwide mythology, and that is The Storm Runner by J.C. Cervantes. So we get some Mayan culture in this one, which should be very interesting. Then we have Two Can Keep a Secret by Karen M. McManus, and this one, this is not the sequel to One of Us Lying. This is a separate book, but very similar in theme, I think. Phoenix Book Time, we've got We Rule the Night by Claire Eliza Bartlett. I've been pretty excited for this one because, you know, look at the cover. Look, have you seen my cover? Look at my cover. Their cover. You see some similarities? I will always pick up a book like this. Another one I was super shocked to find because I did not know this was even existing, honestly, in America. I thought maybe this is a translated book. I'm not sure if it is anymore, but that is Rather Weird. Hopefully you can see it. It's very white cover. Rather Weird by Andrew Caldecott. And it's illustrated too. Is this translated? I don't know. It feels... Where was it? No, it was published in the US, so I don't know what I'm thinking of. It just feels like this is a European book. I thought this book was from Germany, honestly. I'm just dumb. Next up, middle grade, we've got The Remarkable Journey of Coyote Sunrise. And I don't know, I think it's really cute. I think it's gonna be a cute contemporary, and ready for it. Then we've got The Athena Protocol by Shamin Sarif. Sarif? So sorry if I pronounced that wrong. A ferocious take no prisoners thriller. So, there we go. Contemporary romance time. We've got It Sounded Better in My Head by Nina Kenwood. I think it's a cute, like, technology involved romance. Then a book that everyone has been talking about is The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary. If you guys haven't heard of The Flat Share, everyone has been talking about it, and with these two characters who share a flat, but one at night, one at the daytime, and because of their work schedules, so it works out, and then they leave notes and they fall in love. That's basically the premise. Then we've got This Book Is Not Yet Rated by Peter, oh gosh, Bognani? I'm not sure if that is like Italian or not. It seems like it's Italian. I don't really know, but apparently it's gonna be a humorous book. It's got a lot of food on it, a lot of candy. Then I'm really excited for The Librarians and the Pot of Gold. I love The Librarians. If you don't know the TV show, I'm a huge fan of Librarians, but this is the third book in the novelization trilogy for it. It's by Greg Cox, and I don't know the second one yet, but I saw that opportunity to get this one and I took it because I love The Librarian. And the last of the hardcovers, except for these other four that I have are separate, we have Dangerous Alliance by Jenieke Cohen. I'm so sorry. That is a new name to me, and I do not know how to pronounce it, but this is going to be, it's an ostentatious romance. Get it? Like Jane Austen? So you know I'm going to pick this up. Next 4 books, and then we'll get to Owlcrate. These books are either a pre-order or books that I was super excited to get this year, and I finally picked them up, and that is Don't Read the Comments by Eric Smith, and I'm really excited about this. As a contemporary one dealing with like online bullying and stuff and gamer culture. I've heard amazing things as well, but it's one of my highly anticipated releases of 2020. Another one I'm super excited to get to. I kind of want to read it in October as well because it's kind of spooky, but that is The Shadows Between Us by Trisha Levenseller, dealing with a girl who has aspirations to be a queen, but she does not intend to let the king continue. She intends to murder him. I'm down. It's gorgeous, gorgeous cover. Oh my gosh. And it's all raised and stuff. The things that I love, you know, guys? That thing that I love. Love it. Next up is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and that is Of Curses and Kisses by Sanjay Menon. I have not read any of Sanjay Menon's book yet. I own them all, and yet, but this was one of my 2020 top releases. The same with, I mean, that's what these all are. I can stop reiterating myself, Q. But yeah. This is kind of like contemporary fantasy, urban fantasy. It's not really urban fantasy. It's like fantasy, you know, there's a curse And it's kind of Beauty and the Beast-ish, and that's all I really know, and that's all I need to know. And the last one is a pre-order that I was super excited for because I read the first book this year. I think I read it in January. Is that when I read that? Probably. But it was The Gilded Wolves, so the sequel is The Silvered Serpents by Roshni Chokshi, and I'm so excited. I have this, and it's so pretty. I have a lot of like white and red books this round. There's quite a few. Rather weird. Alice in Wonderland. Okay, maybe I only have 3, but like still, that seems excessive. So those are the books that I have bought / pre-ordered / picked up / also traded / got as a gift, and don't judge me for my expenditures. Anyway, let's talk about Owlcrate. I think the book that's gonna be in this is Horrid, which I've forgotten who it's by. Sorry, I have to open the box with my keys. There we go. Box is now almost open. Apparently I didn't get it all. There we go. Forget what the actual theme is, because the card isn't. Where's the card? There it is. What was our theme? A Glorious Haunting. And it looks like we have a blanket. Nevermore throw blanket. This is an Edgar Allan Poe blanket for the Raven. Oh, it's so soft. Ooh, look at that baby. Look at that. Yay, I don't have a throw blanket here. And I'm sure the cats will love it. What do we have here? 3-piece coffee spoons. I don't drink coffee, but tea will do, right? Oh, they're so cute. They're little skulls. They're little skulls. That's so cute. Oh my God, there's 3 of them. We've got a candle. Guys, I'm literally reading my Hocus Pocus book right now. We have the black flame candle. Oh my God. Ooh. Oh, the vanilla, that's what. Vanilla and bourbon is the scent. Guys, it's the black flame candle. Looks like we got some lip balm. It's a Sleepy Hollow lip balm there. You guys can see. What scent is this? Oh my God, it's pumpkin spice. Well, very pumpkin spice. Oh, it's a bookmark. This is totally me. It says death before DNF. That's me. I don't DNF. I very rarely DNF. Because of the way this box was situated, there's actually none of that paper stuff flying around, so I could see it right away. But yes, it is Horrid. That is the book. It's by Katrina Leno. Exclusive signed edition. It's wrapped too. Is it an exclusive cover? Is it a little different? I feel like the other cover is slightly darker. So here's your synopsis for Horrid. Following her father's death, Jane North Robinson and her mom, Ruth Helen, moved from sunny California to the dreary, dilapidated old house in Maine where Ruth grew up. All they want is a fresh start, but behind North Manor's doors lurks a history that leaves them feeling more alone and more tortured. As the cold New England autumn arrives and Jane settles into her new home, she finds solace in old books and memories of her dad. She steadily begins making friends, but Jane also faces bullying from the resident bad seed and struggles to tamp down her own worst nature in response. Ruth seems to be spiraling with the return to her childhood home, but she won't reveal why. Then Jane discovers that the storage room Ruth has kept locked isn't for storage at all. It's a little girl's bedroom, left untouched for years, and not quite as empty of inhabitants as it appears. Creepy! But here's the cover. I think this is very different than the actual cover. And get the pin was underneath the book. So the pin, I'm running out of room on that pin. I have no room, really. Is this little guy. That's your pin. Very cute. The next theme for the October box is Legends and Lore. Does Lore come out next month? Legends and Lore, but maybe not. Maybe it's not Lore. I don't know. What else is coming out? I don't know. My guess right now is Lore. It may change with whatever text is popping up on the screen now, if I was right or wrong. I'm probably wrong with this one, but that is literally the only thing I can think of that goes with that theme that I know is coming out. I've got nothing else. That's my haul. My shameful, shameful haul. I'm gonna try to do better again. Will I, though? Anyway, hope you guys liked the video. If you guys want to check out my Ko-fi page to support me as a content creator, please go check it out. You can commission me to do things. You can also purchase my own books. They're a really good fall read because I'm a fall girl. I'm just an autumn girl. Okay, people? Even though I was born in July, but I'm a fall girl. And if you have any further questions or comments, leave them down below or on Facebook, Tumblr, and Twitter. And I'll see you next time, cuties. Bye! We have Seafire by Emily B. Martin, or not Seafire, oh my god. And we have Someone Else's Summer by Rachel Bateman. Bateman! I was like, Batman! Yeah. Anyway, what one are you? Some of the pieces came off.